Hello dear student, today I am going to describe about how to read the data from CSV file and how to print the data of CSV file. You know how to create a CSV file. I am telling a small part of that. So first you need to create a specific folder. Here we have created CSV read folder. Inside the folder you need to keep all your CSV files along with all the Python programs related with that CSV file. Now how to create the CSV file? You need to open the notepad editor. In the notepad you need to write data line by line. Here I have written 3 lines. In each line I have written 3 data separated by comma, and then I saved this text file as people.csv, and when I saved, the icon came like this with the Excel icon, and when I opened the people.csv file, the file opened like this with the tabular format with Excel file. Here you can see that 3 lines are displayed according to 3 rows. 3 lines are displayed as 3 rows or 3 records. That means each line in CSV file will be displayed as each record or row in the Excel. And in the text file, I gave 3 data by giving comma. So 3 columns are created. So like this you have to create the CSV file. And then like this I have created another CSV file, that is employee.csv. Here I have kept 4 lines or 4 records or 4 rows. Now I am showing how to write Python program to read and print the data of CSV file. So this is the beginning program. There are 2 methods we can use to read and print the data of CSV file. So first we need to give import CSV. Python gives a by default module for all operations for CSV file, that is CSV module. We need to include the CSV module with the program related with CSV file. So we have written import CSV. After that we are opening the CSV file with a file pointer F. You can give any name of the file pointer. I have given F, and then give equal to symbol, and then open function is used, and within the open function here you can see the file name employee.csv is written within single quotes. Then the mode of opening the file is given R, that means read mode, and new line equal to space, that is given. So this is the common code of opening any CSV file in read mode. After this we need to read the data from employee.csv, this file, and we need to store the data in one particular object. So it is written obj equal to csv.read within bracket F. That means reader is a function. This reader function exists within CSV module. So reader function reads all the lines from the employee.csv file with the help of file pointer F, and it keeps or stores all the lines into obj. So now if you can see this employee.csv file is having 4 records or 4 rows, and these 4 rows or records are saved into obj object. After that, we have given a print function, and in the print we have written the content of CSV file employee.csv. That means we are telling user that we are going to display the data. After that, one for loop is taken. Now I am running this Python program. So when we run the Python program, you can see that something is displayed. Now I'm showing step by step. So first, you see, when we are starting, so first we imported CSV module, then with the file pointer F we opened the file employee.csv with read mode. After that, with the help of reader function and file pointer F, we read data from employee.csv, these 4 records, and these 4 records are saved in obj object. After that, one message we printed. The message is printed here. You can see the content of CSV file employee.csv. It is printed. After that, we are starting the for loop. We have to use a for loop to read all the data from CSV file with the help of object. So it is a common code for row in obj. Now row is an iterative variable and obj is an object that is containing these 4 records or rows of employee file. Now row will take each record from obj and it will come inside and print. Then loop will circulate or repeat again. Row will take the next record or row from obj object and it will come inside and print. Like this, all the records will be printed. So now I'm starting the for loop. So now for row in obj. So row is an iterative variable. It comes inside the obj object. It finds the first record, emp id, emp name, emp cell depth, and then it takes it, the first record, and then it comes inside the for loop and print the first record as a list. You can see the first record, employee id, employee name, employee salary and depth. It is printed as a list and each data will be printed as the string within the list. Now again the loop circulate. The program control goes from print to for row in obj in this line. Row takes the next record from obj and the next record is 101 Amit 14,000 sales, and then it comes inside the loop and print the record as a list, and you can see it is printed 101 Amit 14,000 and sales. Again the loop circulate. We come at the line for row in obj. Row takes the next record 102 Bidesh 11,000 marketing, and then it comes inside from the obj object and it comes inside the loop and print the third record. You can see the third record is printed. Now again the loop circulate and again we come from print row from this line to for row in obj. So row contains the last record from obj object, that is 103 Chandan 12,500 and production, and then we comes inside the for loop and print row, and row prints the last record from the obj to monitor screen with as a list, And so you can see 101, 103, Chandan 12,500 and production. So this is the first method to open a file, to read the data from the file and to save in an object, to use a for loop where the iterative variable row will take each record from obj object and print the record in each repetition of for loop. And you can see like this way, if you print each record or each row of the employee.csv file will be printed as a list, and each data in each record will be printed as the string or word in the list. This is the method 1. Now this first method is not used much. So now I am going to the second method. So let's see the second method. This is the second method. Only one line is changed and some part of the format is changed from the first method. So we are starting. Here also in the second method of reading and printing CSV file, first we import CSV module. After that, this line is important. I am highlighting this line. We need to use the with keyword. The with keyword is used. After that, open function is used. After that, within single quote, you need to write the CSV file. Then you have to give comma. Then you have to mention the mode of opening the file, that is R, that is read mode, and new line equal to space. And then you give as it is also a keyword, and then you give the file pointer F. That means you are creating a with block and you are opening a file employee.csv in R mode or read mode with the F file pointer, and thus you create a block of file, and then you give colon. That means you are creating a block and you are coming inside, and you can see one tab alignment is coming because Python is a aligned program. Now within this block you need to read the data, and this rest of the codes are same like the first method. Here with the help of the reader function we are reading all the 4 records. I want to show you here all the 4 records of employee.csv file we are reading, and these 4 records are kept into obj object. Now obj object is storing all these 4 records or rows. Remember this. After that, I am running the file. You can see the file is run and we have got the output. Now what happens with that, you see. First we imported CSV module. After that we opened the file in method 2 with keyword open function, and we mentioned the file pointer at last. We gave colon and we start a block of file. Inside the file block we used reader function csv.reader. This reader function will read all these 4 rows or records from the employee.csv file with the help of file pointer F, and it gives to obj object. Obj object stores all these 4 records. After that we print a message, the content of CSV file employee.csv as a list. So the same thing is displayed here. You can see the content of, I am highlighting it, the content of CSV file employee.csv as a list. You can see this. And after that, as I told, we need to use a for loop to read the data stored in obj object and to print it. So first, for row in obj, as like the method 1 program, the same thing will happen. Row is an iterative variable of for loop. Row will read each record or each row from the obj object and will come inside the loop and print it. So now row takes the first record from the obj object, that is employee id, employee name, employee salary and date, and comes inside the for loop and print row, and you can see the first record is printed as a list. Again the loop circulate, we come at for row in obj. Row takes the next record from obj object, that is 101 omit 14,000 cells, and then we come inside the loop and row is printed. You can see the second record 101 omit 14,000 cells, this is printed. Again the loop circulate, we come at for row in obj line. Row takes the third record from obj object, that is 102 Bidesh 11,000 marketing, and we comes inside the loop and print it. In the same way, loop circulate, obj takes the last record and comes inside the for loop and prints the last record, and all the records, all the rows are printed as a list. So this is the first type of program, Python program, to read and print the data from a .csv file with the help of file pointer, with the help of object, and with the help of for loop we can print each record or row of a file as a list. So this style of opening the file and doing the rest of the programming, you all will memorize, because this style, this method too is applied everywhere. Now here we have shown, we have displayed each line. You can see the employee.csv file. We have displayed each record or each row of the file as list. If you want, you can display each record or each row in different way. How? The program will be same, but a very simple part will be changed. So we are going to the next program. In the next program, here we are using the same CSV file, that is employee, and we are running the program. And now I am displaying the file itself also. The previous program had some code. This program is 99% same as the previous program, but here we have used a delimiter. The delimiter is a keyword that defines how. Here again I am telling, in this program all the codes are 99% same as the previous program, but here one part is changed. All the codes are same, but you see the third line of this program where we have written obj equal to csv.read within the bracket f comma delimiter equal to within the single quote tab \t. Delimiter is a keyword. This keyword defines the tab, and this defines how to display each record or each row from the CSV file to the monitor. This same code, same program I have already described in the previous Python program. But only one thing, only one concept and logic I will tell you, that here we are reading these 4 records or 4 rows from the employee.csv file with the help of file pointer f, and we are saving all these records, 4 records, into obj object with the delimiter tab. So what will happen when we will print the each row, each record with the help of for loop? Then you can see here I am highlighting the output. You can see here each record or each row is displayed as a list, but in the list the entire record or entire data is displayed as a single string. You can see the first record, the second record, the third record, the fourth record of the file. Each line or each record or each row is containing 4 different data value. Suppose example, second record 101 Amit, 14,000 sales. Now you see how the second record was printed. It was printed as a list, but all the different data came 101, Amit, 14,000, sales, but all the data are displayed within a single quote. That means all the data will be treated as a string within a list. So like this we can use the delimiter with the tab inside the reader function while we are reading the data from CSV file, and we can save the data of the file into obj object, and then we can print using for loop, and then each and every record will be printed as the list, but in each record all the data values, different data values, will be printed as a single string or sentence. Now the same function, same program we will use, but with the different delimiter, and I will show you how to print each record as a single line. So let's go to the next program. Here in the next program you can see also the 99% coding is same like the previous program, but only one change is there. In the previous program, under the for loop we wrote print row. I'm showing you again the previous program. This was the previous program. You can see here within the for loop we wrote print row, but here in the next program you can see the same thing is there, but one code is changed. Within the for loop we wrote within the single quote comma then dot join row. So what will happen? First we run the program. We have run the program. The output is in front of your eyes, and I'm showing the file also. Now you see, first we imported CSV. We open the CSV file with the with keyword and with as keyword and with the f file pointer, and after that we read the data from the file with the reader function, and this code is also same. The opening code of file is same like previous function, previous program. After that, how to read the data from the file, this code is same like the previous function. And after that, we have printed a message, the content of CSV file employee.csv as line or tab delimiter. So that is printed here. The content of CSV file employee.csv as line or tab delimiter. This message is coming, is printed, is displayed on the monitor screen. After that, we used the same code for row in obj, but this time within the print function we have written within the single quote comma dot join row. What will happen if you write this code? Then each and every record or row of the file will be printed as a single line, and within the single line each data value will be separated by comma. That means each and every line will be printed as text format. So you can see the output, the first record, the second record, third and fourth record, all the records are printed here as the text format. I created the employee file in Notepad, and that time I wrote 4 lines with giving each data and again comma. So the same thing is displayed here. So here, if you use within the reader function the delimiter with the tab, and if you write the print function within for loop like this, a comma within single quote, then dot join row, then all the records, all the rows will be printed as text format, as each line. So this is the third program where I have shown you how to print each record or each row as text format or as a line with the help of delimiter with the tab and with the help of join function within the print. So this is the program that tells you how to print the data as a line. So already you have seen 3 programs, and in these 3 programs I am recapping again. First, in the first program, that was the method 1. In the method 1, I told you how to import CSV file, how to open a CSV file with read mode with the F file pointer, and after that how to read the data from the file and store into obj object, how to use for loop to print the data as list, and you can run it and you can see the data is printed as the list. Then this was the first method 1. Then I told you about the second method, that is the most popular method to open a file. We import CSV, we use with keyword, then we open the file with open function and the same code is used, and after that we write as if That means at last we give the file pointer and then we give colon, and thus we create a file block. And after that, the rest of the codes are same like the previous program of method 1. But here also you will see, if you run, each record or each row will be printed as a list. In the next program, I told you about how to print the record or row of the file as the string in the list. Here the codes are same like the previous program, but one delimiter we used with the tab inside the reader function, and that delimiter helps us to print each record, each row of the file as a list, but within the each list all the data records, all the data values are displayed as a single line, single sentence. And lastly, I told you about how to display each and every row or record as a line or as a text format. So now you can see we used the delimiter with the tab inside the reader function, and we wrote the print function under the for loop with single quote, comma, dot join function, and then we wrote row. And if we write like this, each record, each row will be printed as a line, as a text format on the monitor. So after this, I will be telling you about how to use the function to read the data and to print the data of a CSV file. So that I will tell you in the next video. So now you see and you try to understand these mainly 4 programs. Okay, all the 4 programs are having 80% same code. Method 1 you see first, then with the method 2 of opening the file, I have written 3 programs. You see the program, you understand the program, and you run the program in home. And in the next video, I am telling you how to read and print all the data of a CSV file with using function. So thank you all the students.